Hi guys, and welcome to Watch It Wednesday. I believe this is week 13. Sorry, I have lots of scraps all over the place here. So week 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these pieces ready for you. What we're going to take is a base color, a neutral, and then a white or vanilla. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this at 5.5 by 8.5, score at 4 1/4. So that's going to be your base card as always. Then with this leftover piece, we're going to cut 1.5, oops, by 1.5. So you're going to have a 1.5 by 1.5 square. Then we're going to cut 1.25 was that 1.5? Oh, that was 2.5. No, that's right. Sorry. Oh my gosh. All right. So 2.5. We're doing the 2.5 square, and then we're doing 1.5 square. So here we go. 1.5, 1.5. We're going to do 1.5 square on that. And then we're going to do 1 3/4. Yes, sorry. I had to look at this here. So you're going to get all of your layers and and your base from one cardstock. And you'll have more strips left over than this if you cut it right the first time. All right. So we have 2 1 3/4. We have 2 1.5 and 1 2.5. So now we're going to make all of our layers. So if this is 2.5, we're going to go 2 1/4. Then we're going to, this piece, we should get a 1 3/4 out of it. See how there is? So we get one of them out of that. Oh, I'm sorry. 1.5. This is why I lay these up here so I can see. So here's that. Here's the 1.5. We need another 1.5. And then, since these were our 1.5, we're going to make the next two 1 1/4. And that should be, if you've cut it right, should be the 1 1/4 left. All right. Then for your inside, I'm sorry, for your layer, you can do one of two things. You can cut the normal base at 4 by 5 1/4. Or you can have a strip. So on that, I would go 2 inches, because that's the only measurement we haven't done so far. Remember, 2.5, 1 3/4, 1.5. So this we would do then 2 by 5.5. So let's go over that again. You'll have your base card, normal base card, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. You'll either have a layer, a full layer, which will be 4 by 5 1/4, or you'll have a 2-inch strip that's 2 by 5.5. So either a layer or a full card length strip. And then you're going to have a bunch of squares and their layers. So the first one was 2.5. So 2.5 by 2.5, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, 1.5 by 1.5. You have 2 of those. And then here's your 1.5 by 1.5, 2 of those. And then 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, which are your layers. So one or the other of these, base and those. All right, guys, we'll see you on Friday to finish this up.